The long trip back home begins after countless weeks at sea. The crew, of course, is disappointed to be spending both Christmas and New Year's at sea, but that's just how it is sometimes. Small celebrations will be held to boost morale in the meantime, and hopefully the cook can scrounge up something special. That is quite the task though, seeing as the food supply is dwindling. To help with the low fuel and food, we will be resupplying at U-488, the U-tanker in the mid-Atlantic. On Christmas Eve, a 4-engine bomber was sighted at low altitude, heading straight for U-960. The predictable thing happened, and like a well-oiled machine, U-960 immediately dropped down to 70 meters. No depth charges were dropped in the water, much to my surprise. Our next contact with the Americans would come on Christmas Day. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back aboard the bridge of U-960. We are making our way back to the U-tanker, and we have spotted a ship. Let's bring up the UI and ask where this thing is. Where is it? Bearing 007. We spotted him 16 kilometers out, and that is a very interesting looking ship. Bring up the Uzo. 007. There it is. Seas are quite calm. It's a submarine. Change course, new heading 060, all ahead of full. What do I have? I have 2 G7E torpedoes. We are going to try to bag this thing. Keep turning right. Get ready to steady up and submerge the boat. It looks like with this course change, we will be on an intercept course. Hopefully we can make the approach underwater. Let's see, there she is. You can see that conning tower peeking out. I mean, if we can see them, there's a pretty good shot they can see us. Let's go ahead and dive down to periscope depth. We are dropping down, waves are lapping over the deck. Okay, we are under. Let's reduce speed. And we need to get our good hydrophone operator on station. I was giving him some rest. Let's make sure everyone who needs rest is currently getting it as well. Let's move you into the radio room as well. Now we have this contact. They should be off to 300 or so. I did not mean to deploy decoy, but there we have it. Okay, let's go and listen. Where are they? Not hearing them. Slow down. They may be kind of quiet. I think I hear him right there. Very, very difficult to hear. Upscope. Upscope. Let's take a look. Okay, bearing 341. Heard about here. Periscope's about to pop up. And there she is. Hard to tell. They may be heading away from us. Okay, downscope, increase speed. We were sprinting towards the target. We've slowed down again. Honestly, she is so far out there. I don't think we are going to be able to get a shot. Unfortunately, that sub's going to just sail on by. It is a very, very tempting target. I mean, if we surface and try to chase her down, she's just going to submerge. It does not look like she is moving very fast at all, though. Regardless, she doesn't know we are here. We don't know she is here. I think we're a-okay. And hello. ASW aircraft. Looks like a Sunderland from here. Well, we're going to drop down the scope. We're going to drop down to 60 meters and continue on our course. We are making our way out of the Caribbean. We are heading to EFourSix and then heading on home. We have spotted an enemy ship off to 306. It looks like a lone freighter of sorts, a rather small one at that. Let's change course. Both engines ahead full. Bring up the Uzo. And let's take a look at this guy, see if we can get a better look at him. There it is, coastal vessel. Okay, interesting. Keep turning around. Let's see, I need a proper range to target. Range is 14 kilometers. Let's check deck gun ammunition. We have almost 70 rounds of ammo. Okay, start steadying up now. Good. If anything, keep our turn up just a little bit longer. Keep turning to port. We're already in a pretty good spot to intercept. We got kind of lucky spotting this guy. And rudder emissions. It appears this little ship has no escort. And we are bobbing around like crazy. Let's check our surroundings, make sure nothing else is out here. Okay. Not seeing any more smoke on the horizon. It is just us and this little coastal vessel. Let's bring up the recognition manual. Take a look. It's going to be in the back. It could be just some 800-ton ship. I'm thinking it is larger than that. Here we go. Greta-type steamer, perhaps? Here she is. It does look like... It looks like it's something like this. Only 1,000 tons. Okay, keep flipping through. Coastal tanker. 700-tonner. How armed would this be, I wonder? We may just use the deck gun. I really don't want to waste a whole torpedo on a ship that's only 700 tons, to be frank. I think that is her, though. I think we finally found a tanker. A 700-ton tanker, but a tanker nonetheless. Top speed is 10 knots. We are getting closer and closer to the target here, and yeah, this thing is absolutely tiny. I am going to use our deck gun. I'd rather save our 4 forward torpedoes just in case we come across something rather juicy. Using a torpedo against this is frankly a waste. I mean, what's this thing's draft anyway? Draft 2.5 meters. Absolutely tiny. Okay. We are going to man the deck gun and the flat gun. Just in case enemy aircraft show up. There's a pretty high chance that that could happen. We are approaching our tanker friend. Slow down. Deck gun. Open fire on the target. Where is she? There she is. Alright, first round is out. It does look like she is zigzagging. It looks like they may be unarmed as well. So good news there. Okay, and right on cue. You'll love to see that. There we go. Got a hit. I'll stop. No, keep moving, keep moving. There we go. Massive hit and just set the entire thing alight. I don't think this little coastal vessel is going to take more than 5 hits. Now, they definitely have radioed our position, and we are going to sprint away once this little coastal vessel is destroyed. Chances are aircraft are already being vectored towards our position. .20mm cannons being fired at us again, and those are kind of close. Yeah, okay. Battery number 2 damaged. Wow. Okay, all ahead full, left full rudder. Come on, boys. You gotta start getting some hits on this thing. I can't believe they actually managed to hit us. Come on. This thing is taking an absolute beating. Okay. Get ready, rudder amidships. Come on. It's time to absolutely sink this thing. She'll probably sink now. We could submerge. Those gunners aren't super accurate. Let's check our damage. Damage report. Okay, yeah, damage control team, get on that. It's got rattled a little bit. We'll be okay. Come on. Another round. There we go. Another hit. Thing is sturdy. It is burning from stem to stern, though. The gun crew on that thing is incredibly dedicated. Fighting back, despite the fact that their entire ship is ablaze. There we go. Another hit. Okay, another hit. We're getting solid hits now. Those rounds are a little close for comfort. There we go. One more. There we go. Fantastic. Times like this, I wish the crew could just automatically engage with the anti-aircraft guns. Okay, they're not shooting. We're dead in front. I don't think they have a good firing angle. Another solid hit on target. It does look like she is pretty darn low in the water. Battery's intact. Good. It's only a matter of time now, right? Has the gun ceased fire? Their gun, I mean. Nope, it looks like they're still firing. The big explosion on the ship. And it's very windy. You can see our cannon round kind of arc. Alright, that's it. I've had it down to periscope depth. Periscope depth. Okay, we are submerged. Let's take a look at damage control. We're fine. Okay, you guys can get some rest. Make sure everyone's getting rested up. Up scope. We're just going to keep tabs on this little guy. And we can also slow down as well. There she is. Very, very bright fire. That coastal ship's going to sink. Okay, folks, we just got the report. She is going down at long last. Let's see. Yep, only 774 tons. Our first real tanker of the patrol. What we came here for. Finally managed to bag one. We're going to stay underwater for a couple of hours to avoid any aircraft. I haven't seen anything so far. We're pretty far from a lot of air bases at the moment, so it's going to take them a while to get there. But they will be here for sure. Okay, down scope. We'll continue on our way. The crew of U-960 has begun the very long return voyage back to the U-tanker and then home, following a very successful patrol in the Caribbean. It is becoming an arduous journey, however, made longer by fatigue, dwindling supply, and additionally, a large storm that has now rolled in. During the trip, the new year came and went. We did some small celebrations on board to maintain morale, small gestures to remind the men of home. Still, they all know they have at least 2 more weeks at sea before arriving home in France. Many of the crew for now, though, are looking forward to the rendezvous with U-488. Fresh bread alone from their bakeries is a luxury beyond measure. We expect to rendezvous with U488 on January 5th, 1944. Hopefully, the waves will let up by then. We will not be able to refuel with such choppy seas. Well, here we are. U488 is right in front of us. This is our U-tanker. I'm wondering if we are able to even refuel in the sea state. We may have to loiter around and see because the waves are quite choppy. Let's get a proper weather report here. Wind speed 11 meters per second, direction 180. Well, there she is. Looking good. Oh my gosh, look how chunky this boat is. Well, we are going to get a little bit closer. How close are we to our U-tanker friend? Range is just 600 meters. Let's keep moving in towards her. Now we can't get right up next to the U-tanker. Their evasion AI will just start kicking in. It would be cool to pull right up alongside her, but that is not possible. Just keep on closing in. And we're going to see how brave our crews are here. Jeez, yeah, these waves are something else. Okay, range the target. 500 meters. Should be good enough. Let's slow down. And I'm going to show you guys how to actually refuel at the U-tankers. I haven't actually showed off this feature before. All you have to do is press escape, exit patrol, and then press continue mission. And yeah, here we go. Weather too bad, docking not possible. I did not think it would be possible, but just wanted to test that out and experiment. We are going to head down to the south here, just piddle around these waters for the time being until the weather improves. Well, folks, it's the middle of the night here. It's January 10th, 1944. We have just spotted 2 ships down here. We were just kind of messing around down here in grid DF83, waiting for the weather to improve so we can actually refuel at our U-tanker. We have spotted a ship, though. Let's see, bearing 028, range 8 kilometers. Looking through the Ouzo. At bearing 028, I have a large ship there, and you can see it is a tanker. We are on a pretty good intercept course. I'm probably going to go ahead and submerge, and we'll see if we can actually blow this thing out of the water. Now, it could be a neutral tanker. It looks like a T3 tanker from way out here. Very difficult to see. It is quite dark and overcast. The weather's bad. And it looks like there's another ship trailing behind it. I may try to blast both of them here. Anyway, we are going to get in nice and close. And let's try to submerge the boat now. I think we should be able to make this approach underwater. We are getting nice and close to the target underwater here. I have it. T3 tanker for sure, and that's definitely it. Let's bring up the recognition manual and see what we are working with. And there it is. Crude oil tanker. Recognize it as such. Draft 10.7. Looking at the torpedoes I have 2 G7Es and 1 and 2. 2 G7As and 1 and 4. So I'm thinking I'm going to fire our 2 G7Es at the leading ship. And I might as well just fire those off. Let's set the draft. They said 10.7. 12 meters. For both eels, there we go. Set. Magnetic pistol for both of them. Good. We need to establish speed. They are not moving very fast at all in these heavy swells. And we'll try to time them once they get a little bit closer. We're currently at a complete stop. Let's just start moving forward barely at like a knot or so. Continue to close on in. Our tanker friend's starting to get pretty close. I can't make out a flag. However, I am going to just assume that it is hostile. I'll stop. Let's slow down. We were actually reversing just a little bit here. Now let's try to establish target speed if we can. It's gonna be iffy, Mark. It's gonna be hard to get this thing speed at this point in time, but we are going to try. I mean, I want to say they're going like 3 knots, if that. They are barely crawling. And that's being optimistic. This thing is 200 meters long, so I could just fire a spread. Not really holding on onto our torpedoes for anything important. This is the largest target we have seen in a hot minute, so man, let's see, 200 meters. Yeah, this is not working out for us. 7 knots. Okay, passing 55 seconds. And we're right about here, I'd say. 6 knots. Okay. 65 seconds. 70. 75. 80. 85 mark. Okay. I'm going to say she is going 3 knots for now. We can try to get a better speed reading here soon. And honestly, I think I'm going to switch our torpedoes. We're going to fire tubes 1 and 2. The ship that is behind them, it doesn't look like she's moving very fast at all, and it looks relatively small. The tanker is our primary target here. Let's also keep backing up just a little bit. So we are not going to shoot at the second ship in the line. We are only going to hit the tanker. We are going to set tubes 1 and 4 up. Torpedo depth is 12 meters. Magnetic pistol on both of them. Good. We are going to try the fixed wire method again. Let's get ready to mark. I can see the target's bow. And about to cross. Mark. Okay, there we go. Begin reversing. Let's go to the TDC and start setting some things up. First things first, salvo tubes 1 and 4. There we go. Good. Angle on bow. 80 degrees port, range 800, target speed 3. There we go. Set. Let's look. Wow. Okay, passing 30 seconds now. Angle on bow's really not great at the moment, so that is contributing. Yeah, 3 knots. It's got to be around there. So weird catching a T3 tanker of all things going so slowly. They may be having mechanical issues. Let's see. 190. I think 6 knots. Get ready to mark. Yeah. Still looking at the target. See the funnel. Yeah, I think 3 knots is right on the money here. Maybe 4. Given the AOB here, I can still see the stern. And mark. Okay, yeah, 3 knots. Good stuff. Let's start turning.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Ruder bereit.
We are reversing relatively quickly and turning to adjust rudder amidships here. There we go. Good. Adjust angle on bow here. Honestly, that's probably pretty accurate. 60, range 700, speed 3 set. Where are you? There you are. We're going to fire right about here. Once they reach this point, select tube 1. Actually, open tubes 1 and 4. Okay, both tubes are opening, and we're going to select tube 1. Now it's just a waiting game. We wait for our friend to cross the wire, and we let loose 2 torpedoes. The target's bow has crossed the wire here. We have tube 1 selected. Angle on bow is about 75 degrees to port. Right about there. Set. Go to the hydrophone real fast. There she is. Yeah, just barely moving. Send a ping. Out of curiosity. 950. I suppose I can see it. Can't see. Okay, we are passing. I can barely see this thing. Okay, tube 1. Los. Tube 4. We're gonna wait a little longer till I hit a mast. Tube 4. Los. Okay, 2 torpedoes away. Maybe best just to listen on the hydrophone here. Okay, torpedoes closing in on the merchant ship. Come on. Let's bring out our stopwatch. Run time's up. Maybe may have been a little farther away. Torpedoes running right where I wanted them. There we go. Impact. On target. Range was a little longer than anticipated. And we already got the report she's going down. Shocking. Let's go back to the hydrophone. Okay, I can't even hear her. One of them missed, allegedly. We fired it quite late, though. May have been a dud, who knows. Hey, 1 torpedo managed to cripple this tanker, though. I can't even see the thing. Periscope's constantly getting washed over. This thing is tiny, this little cargo ship. I'm not going to waste time on that. Okay, good kill. I was wondering why I couldn't see the tanker. That's because it broke in half almost immediately, and it is going down to the bottom. That's why they reported she's going down. It must have been heavily damaged already. That's why they were going so slow. Well, there we have it. Another vessel destroyed. Drop down to 20. Let's start moving forward. And we are going to keep patrolling these waters until the weather improves and we can rearm at U488. We're not going to waste a torpedo on that little cargo ship. Hopefully we may find a convoy or something on our way back home. We will see though. Let's take a look. Yeah, crude oil tanker there. 13,000 tons. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. We broke contact with that cargo ship, and we are just continuing to patrol these waters, waiting for this weather to let up so we can refuel and head back home to France. This has been by far our longest patrol to date, and it does not look like it is going to end anytime soon. Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.